Richard Wagner is directly responsible for two important buildings in the Bavarian town of Bayreuth. The first is the Festspielhaus Theatre, to which Wagner devotees and the German elite flock each summer for the Bayreuth Festival. The second is Haus Wanfried, in which the composer and his family lived, and where he is buried in the garden, and which has recently reopened as an extended museum. Barry Kosky is not the first director to have the idea of putting the two icons together by placing Wanfried on the Festspielhaus stage, as he does in his new production of Die Meistersinger von Nuremberg, which opened the 2017 festival this week in front of an audience that included Angela Merkel. Stefan Herheim did the same thing in his landmark 2008 production of Parsifal. But Kosky is the first to put Wagner himself on the stage as well. That's because Kosky's Meistersinger is not really about Nuremberg in the familiar sense, it is about Wagner. The usual Nuremberg settings are absent from this production. There is no St. Catherine's Church congregation in Act 1, no riotous nighttime street scene in Act 2, and no cobbler's shop in Act 3. The production's only visual allusion to the place where the opera is set is to the Nuremberg trials of 1945, in which the world sat in judgment on the Third Reich. This production, in contrast, sits in judgment on Wagner. Act 1 is set in his Wanfried house. Wagner is on stage almost throughout, in multiple guises from child to adult, but principally as the opera's central character, Hans Sachs. At the heart of this Meistersinger is an imaginative, subtle and serious staging of a simple question: how far does Wagner's anti-Semitism invalidate his artistic achievement? In the end, Kosky proves to be a fair judge of a question that is still necessarily debated. That question still hangs over Bayreuth and Wagner alike.